Hello everybody, welcome, and today we're going to be doing noses. Now, I wasn't too sure how to actually approach this, because if we're doing like anime, it's pretty easy. It's not all that hard. Like, I think noses in anime is usually like a afterthought, if anything, compared to eyes, hair, even the eyebrows. Even sometimes the eyebrows are a lot more stylized than actually the nose and like every other body part. But I guess we can jump into this. So number one thing when drawing the basic anime nose, it's usually from like the only time the nose ever like is relevant is when they're doing like side like a side view, if anything. Like the typical side nose like this, and then the nose comes up like that. I'm just sketching this out. Let me see. Pull this up. Depending on what type of nose you want, it just it's really weird with a thick brush. And then like this. This is just a just extreme measure of what this is, but and then you put the lip, and then the nose is right here. So the nose is usually pointing out when you're doing like some type of side view, if anything. View. But that's usually what that is. But other than that, when it comes to just like, I'm not even gonna draw a head. We're just gonna focus on the nose itself. And really, the nose is usually like a one line sometimes. Well, sometimes on one line like this, and then you put sometimes it's like depending on what type of anime you want. If we're talking about like if you look at animes like Cowboy Bebop, Soul Eater, My Hero Academia, and all of them, like they're all pretty much the same. They're just like different variants of what a nose would look like. I think in Soul Eater, or if you watch Fire Force, the nose is usually like a circle. It's like a little circle like this, and then they put some shading under it. Most cases, sometimes they may make the nose inch just like this. Like usually what the nose would look like. This is like, I'm not even kidding. Or the nose would be like this. In some animes with the shadow trying to make some type of form to let you know this is a nose or something like that. Most cases, or better yet, I can just make this look more presentable, like this, and then you take your, and then you make or something like that around that effect. Oops, something like that. But if you want to go down a road like, I'll say like, what's a good anime? Like, if you're talking about like Naruto or something like that, noses are a little bit more defined, but not all that much. Like, it's literally like still the same thing. It's like a thing like this and then like that. And like Cowboy Bebop, like I mentioned, like Spike's nose I think is like this, and then the nose is like kind of like this, and then there's a like something like that. Like that's what it usually looks like. Like that's what a nose in Cowboy Bebop usually looks like. If I'm going by my mind right now, but like noses is not that hard, I don't think. But if we're going down the in between of realism and anime, then I can see where there's a little bit of a challenge. I think I can't use like per example right now, but if I can think of one. I think from Devil May Cry, because like even in anime, like when you're drawing, you don't have to even draw the nose, because like in most cases, like if you're drawing like chibi or something, a nose is not even required. Most cases, so like if we're jumping into something like that, then no, we're not gonna draw no nose. Like it makes no sense to do that at all, in my opinion. If you don't want to, that's just a stylistic choice. Because like if anything, if the nose doesn't really bring all that emotion or like expression, unless you let it be, most of the expressions in the eyes and the body language and all that stuff, in my opinion, that's just in my opinion. You guys may have a different opinion to what I'm saying, or have some actual true facts behind that, but this is just based on my opinion. Because I'm not an animator, but then again, like, I'm pretty sure most of the expressions in the eyes, the eyebrows, and the body language, if anything. But yeah, that's pretty much what that is. But when it comes to, like, I guess shows like One Piece, the nose could be very expressive in its own right. Like, look at Usopp, for example, in One Piece. When that guy gets his ass kicked, his nose is literally ripped off, in most cases, for comedic effect. But not permanently. I think just to exaggerate how much his ass was, like, literally handed to him. But I'm not gonna say that Usopp sucks. Usopp is awesome. He has his moments where he actually kicks some ass too. But like honestly, there's no real, like, need to draw a nose when it comes to anime in most cases. It's just like, but if you do want to do that, that's something that's just up to you. That's usually just a stylized choice. I'm making this eye look weird, but like, don't. This is not about eyes. This is not about head structure. This is literally just constructing a nose. There's not much when it comes to anime. Usually they make it so simplistic that it's like an afterthought, like I said earlier. But like I said, if we're gonna draw something more realistic, then I can see where we're going with this. So I'm gonna draw something that's close to, not from Devil May Cry or anything like that. But something in, I'm not really sure. I'm just trying to, okay. I'm gonna just use a reference so you guys can have an idea where I'm going with this. Oh, and I'm gonna do something different for now on when I'm drawing something, and I already kind of like explained it. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit to keep, things kind of, faster. It just makes sense. Now, don't mind this drawing at all. This eyes or anything. I know they don't look 100% equal or the same, but it's okay. We're not here for that. We're just here for the nose. So I'll take this away. And always know right here. So I'm gonna draw this nose I see here. I'm using reference. So actually, you can do two things. You can actually just draw nose like this and nose like this, like that. If I remember right, I think they did this in Avatar. The nose is usually like two little lines, if I remember right. The Last Airbender, I'm saying, or Korra, if you're into that too. Let me see. Let me pull this down a little bit more. I think it's too close up. Like here. Like, noses can actually just change the. I think the only thing it can do, it can indicate what type of anime you're going for, other than the eyes and everything else. If you're just looking at the face. Okay, first, like for instance, let's just start with basic. Basic nose is one line. And one thing about anime, it tries to make things as simplistic as possible. That's pretty much the I think the appeal that anime gives. Making something extremely simplistic and then try to express it as much as possible as to be real. This is the one line, right? Or we can do the Soul Eater nose, like that, right? Soul Eater's usually like with like a literal round circle, and then they just put some shade over it. I think a little bit bigger than that, if I remember right. Like, I don't think it's completely big, but like a bit bigger than that, I think, or probably smaller. But like, it has like an angle though. Like it comes with an angle, if anything. That's how it works. If I have to think of anything else, Dragon Ball Z is more like let me see. Let me use an example. I don't want to do it wrong. Even though this may not work because it's not in the same like drawing context as Dragon Ball Z, I'm just gonna use this example. So like, one down, you make this turn here, then you make this line here, turn and line, right, and then you give it this shadow shape right here, right, and it goes down, and then it goes up, and then it goes here. Now, this may look ridiculous, but if you actually put some shades, it won't look too far off. Right? And then you put like a shine here. You don't shade this in, but you put a shine there. And then you got yourself your mouth. Like, I'm doing this like with a sketch, so just don't think I'm trying to look perfect. But, like, most of it stems from some type of triangle. It's very rare when it's ever like round, if anything. Like, that's pretty much the Dragon Ball Z nose, if you think about it. Depending on who you're asking. Like, 1 minute it's like this, and then next minute the nose could look like literally just like this. Or something like that. Like, the nose is usually an afterthought, if anything. Like, it's just not that emphasized all that much, depending on who you're asking. Like, is what it is. Like, I don't think I need to make several examples. Well, I'll make some examples, I guess. But the next one I'm gonna do is well, I guess My Hero, I think. Hold on. Okay, like, for instance, Bakugo. Like, everyone has a different nose, but it goes down this, it's not technically different depending on what character you're drawing. It's, well, no, it's drastically different. But, like, when it comes to noses and My Hero Academia, like, let's, for instance, if I was drawing, I think if I have to guess Bakugo, for instance, Bakugo's eyes are more like this, right? And then his eyes are like this, right? And his eyes are like this. He has like a very evil look, but that's just how he looks, sadly. And then he's always like mad with the eyebrows, most cases, right? And then put it like this. There's a lot of emphasizing of like shadow, so like, let me see, can I get this right? I don't think I'm gonna get it totally right on the first try, but I usually don't even get it right on the first try. I might have something close to it, but nothing close. Bakugo has like a lot of lines going with him. So, for instance, his nose does this thing where line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It doesn't matter how many lines you actually put. I just like to count sometimes. But like, the lines could be going down like this, right? And then they'll put one line like this, literally to emphasize the nose. That's like, this is the bridge of the nose, literally. And then this little line is everything else. It's really nothing else. Nothing more. If you want, this is just in one instance. I don't think it's for all instances, but this is like one of them. Like, that's how much the nose is either not seen all that much. Yeah, there we go. I think the eyes look a little bit more balanced that way. Can't have a bigger eye than like one eye. This doesn't feel right. Okay, now turn this around. Now I'm gonna just draw the nose with the character's face on it. Okay. Now we have Bakugo, right? The closest thing that I've drawn with Bakugo. It's a little bit off, but I can fix it later. I don't need to do it now. Yeah. So let's move on to someone else. Okay, now let's jump on to like Hunter x Hunter. I'll draw Killua face pretty much. I have to draw the faces. This is what makes it more. I didn't want to do this, but I have to draw the faces just to get the whole idea through. So I'll be right back. Alright, so technically this is not Kilowa's eyes. I think it was from someone else. I forgot. It was someone from Hunter x Hunter. I think it was his sister Aluka. Remember right? If I remember. But I'm gonna draw the nose anyway. Usually in all Hunter x Hunter nose, they pretty much look all the same, depending on who you ask. But like, the nose is literally like, it's like this. It's like, you can do it two ways. You can literally just make the shape first, like that. Oh, it's a little more curved then, like that. Or you can just literally make a line. If you look, I'm gonna get closer to this. You can just make a line straight down, and then you can just curve it and do like that. Like that's literally what it is in most animes nowadays. Like I don't think most animes go down the route of realism unless they're trying to be funny or use as a meme. I think the only anime that's doing this still and is still popular for doing it, well, try to make it as realistic as possible by over exaggerating the realism, is I think JoJo, and that works for that art style perfectly. And I think Baki, if I remember right, if you guys know what I'm talking about. Those of you who have Netflix, I'm pretty sure those of you who have Netflix know what I'm talking about. Like they try to be as super realistic as possible, like with the that it over exaggerates itself to the point that it's not even realistic anymore. It's just an art style from that point. Oh, that nose look ridiculous. No. Okay, Hunter x Hunter, My Hero Academia. I'll do, I guess, Cowboy Bebop next, and then I will do probably Demon Slayer. Yeah, I think Demon Slayer, and then we'll be done. And I don't have any past recordings for today. This is gonna be relatively short because I didn't know how to actually present this in a sense, because when it comes to anime, but like if you guys want a realistic one, I'll probably might jump onto that. But right now I'm just focusing on the anime part of things. But if you guys really want a realistic one, I'll go on that one. I'll do like a art lesson on, I guess, my Devil May Cry, I think it's called, yeah. DMC 5 art. Like there's a lot of them, and it goes down like the idea of realism. Like for instance, I'm looking at one right now and it has Dante, just like more realistic than anything. Like they made sure to like give him a bridge of a nose and all that stuff. Like they try to keep it realistic as possible, which is understandable because for the video game it was trying to stay as realistic and keep that anime aesthetic as much as possible without really like breaking the realism. Like it shows like an actual like nose and everything. Like I'll do like something like that in future time. Like I'll jump on realistic anime, something like that. I should have jumped in on this lesson, but I felt like if I don't jump on the simplisticness for beginners, it's gonna be like insane, like nose wise. Like literally no, like they're just planes. If you stop and think about it, like the actual, like right now this nose I'm drawing, like it's literally just planes. If you can simplify it to that point, then you pretty much got yourself a nose. Let me see here, and then like this, and then like this. Like you can tell this is a nose. Like I didn't even do a lot for it to look like a nose. I just knew the form, pretty much the form of the nose, and you guys could pretty much go through your heads that this is a nose. You can at least tell it's a nose. It's not an anime nose, but it's definitely a nose. It's not the perfect nose, but you can tell it's a nose. So I'll do something like that in time, because I did get real specific on the whatchamacallit, the what do you call it, the poll. And not only I'll jump on these art styles, like I'll jump on DMC's art style, I'll jump on what do you call it? Metal Gear. Like animes like that are usually running on the idea of realism, and I will jump on those. But right now I'm jumping on like the ones that are like very popular right now. So if that makes any sense. So we did My Hero Academia. Let me see. I'll even mark them. My Hero Academia. Hunter X Hunter. And then we're gonna do I guess Cowboy Bebop. We'll do Spike Spiegel. So Spike is more like a eye like this. I may have to use the copy and paste method like I did for Hero Academia, but just to save time, not really for eyes here. I did a video on that already, so if you guys want to look at that, like I gave 3 different methods of how to do eyes. So that's something you guys should look into if you want to do eyes. Now for this one, like nose, like the nose go like it's connected to the eyebrow in a sense. Like it's not connected, but it shows that it is to show, I think, more realistic effect. Not that our nose are actually connected to our eyebrows, but to give it more like make it stand out more compared to most anime noses. So like this, and then the nose goes like this. Like Spike's nose goes like that. Like it tries to be as realistic without being too realistic. Try to be simplistic as possible. So like that, and then something like that. I'm just trying to get his profile for it, mainly. That's what I'm trying to do. But like all the angles I'm seeing from this reference is just like it's trying to fight me on the fact that it won't give me one for like just front forward. Alright, so I feel like that this video is gonna be kind of short. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I didn't know how to approach this. I may have a better if I rewatch this or where it can be, or based on what you guys say. I'm gonna see what I can do. I got one more face, well, pretty much nose. This is all emphasizing the noses, only the noses, really. I'm gonna have to draw a face for you guys to get that understanding what I'm saying. But like any nose could be anything. Like I went to Cowboy Bebop, My Hero Academia, Hunter x Hunter. I think the next one I should do is probably I think Demon Slayer. Hold on. All right, so yeah, we're gonna go Demon Slayer. The Demon Slayer. The only thing that I think will be difficult drawing this one would be that let me think. How can this be difficult? The difficult thing is probably doing the eyes, if anything, because the Demon Slayer art style, it's very rough, but yet it is also very how can I say this? It's rough, but yet it's very controlled at the same time. It's kind of weird to explain. It's a weird thing. I made these eyebrows look weird, but I'll fix that later. I'll probably use it as a thumbnail. But anyway, the eyelids are like this octagonal like thing going on. Like it's really rough on purpose. That's what I mean by control. Like that's extreme. That's the whole point, it's looking all rough for the sake of looking rough, if that makes sense. I think that makes sense. It probably doesn't, but you get what I'm saying. So, let me see. And then I'm doing Tanjiro's eyes, just to let you guys know. I would did the sister's eyes, but I think I don't know. It was the first thing that came to mind. To be honest, there's really no real reason. Now the eyes are usually like extremely octagonal, like it's on purpose. So I'm trying to keep it like that, but not completely. Okay, now the eyes has this it has this diamond-like eyes they have. Ah, man, this doesn't look perfect, but it is what it is. I have to keep going. No matter what, the number one thing that I always mention, guys, that when you're drawing eyes, or not drawing eyes, if you're drawing anything, and you're having a hard time drawing it, just keep going. Don't stop. But don't stop. If you're doing a whole piece, then reconsider stopping and try look at it. But if you're just practicing, don't stop. Like if you're just doing like gesture drawing or anything like that, don't worry about it looking perfect. The point is not trying to look perfect. The point is trying to get your brain to like learn certain things. Like your brain will eventually catch up to what you're trying to do with your eye and mind coordination. It is what it is. Okay. Now, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about these eyes. Okay, even though this one's a lot more darker than the rest, I'm gonna just give it whatever it wants. So like, I'm gonna copy and paste this real quick, so as I need to save time. I don't have time to just draw the other one because I wasted too much time on this. So I'm gonna flip this over as I taught you guys somewhere in one of my art lessons, and then we will finish this because my phone is about to die and I need it to do my references for now, so I can get this lesson out of the way. Okay, and then we'll turn it like this. I know the Demon Slayer eyes look kind of weird here, but like we're just gonna go with it for now because that's the overall point is about the nose. I got too carried away into the whole eye situation instead of just doing what I was supposed to be doing. That happens way too much than you think. Okay, so the nose here. Oh, this is simple. So the nose is like, it's like this. And then like this, and then there's a little bit of a shadow here. That's pretty much it. Maybe it looks kind of weird because I gave the eyelids weird. Yes, like that. Like that. It's not my best work when it comes to this art style, but like I need to just convey this. Like it's like, see, this is the thing with anime. It could be, the nose can vary from like this little thin, from this little bridge, from this big bridge to no bridge. There's no real bridge here. There's not really a bridge at all. There's like there's none. Like that's the beauty of anime. You can make the nose look anything you want. Like almost virtually nothing. Like you can know it. You can even have an anime where there's no nose. Like that happens a lot in chibi. Like you don't have to have a nose. Like Final Fantasy has done this several times. Like they made a lot of artwork, and some of the characters have no nose at all. I think I'll slap it up here somewhere if I have time. If I don't, then you guys will know what I'm talking about. Those of you who play Final Fantasy Tactics, I think it's from Tactics. But yeah, like there's no need for a nose. Like there's none. Like that's how diverse anime can be based on your interpretation of a nose or how you present it. That's pretty much, you can make the nose look like a circle for all you like literally look like this, which is possible, or like something far off like a square. You can do that. Like I think in Mob Psycho, there's two characters who are twins, and their noses look like squares, if I remember right. They look like Steve from Minecraft. I forgot their names. Something twins. They were some type of psychic twins, if you guys know what I'm talking about. Like you can make a nose any way you want. It's like, and it goes for cartoons as well. But like, I don't know. With anime, it's a little more defined in that sense, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's pretty much what that is. Yeah. So guys, I'm going to pretty much stop it from here. There's not really much I could have said or done with this. Oh, I can't even talk about forms, because really, if we're going down the idea of anime, like this type of anime, the cartoony side of it, well, I don't really want to say that word, but Demon Slayer. If we're going to go down that route, like the nose is like infinite, depending on what you want to do. Honestly, I went from My Hero Academia to Hunter x Hunter, Demon Slayer to Cowboy Bebop. Oh wait, it's CBB. Cowboy Bebop, my bad. I don't know why I put two C's. I'm like, what the hell? I am so sorry about that, those of you who are watching this. I'm so sorry. I didn't even see it till like right now. I was like, it's BBB. There we go. Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop. Okay. Alright, so with that said, thank you guys so much for coming in here. I don't have a past talk time today because I'm behind schedule and I need to get this out today or probably by Sunday, and I want to get this out once a week, so I got too carried away with Inktober, and it's been taking all my time. It's been a curse and a fun thing at the same time. It gets me really like drawing better, or getting me drawing things I don't usually draw. But then again, it has been a pain in the butt because like there's some things I can't draw, and not because I can't, it's just that I chose not to, or like it's just difficult for me because it's not my typical thing. So it's good to draw outside your comfort zone. If you do that, then you will do pretty fine in life. Pretty fine in life. Actually, before I do anything, let me share this. Yeah, that later. Alright, later guys. Have a great night and great day. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm sorry that this wasn't super like tutorialist, like point A to point B type of stuff. This is more like just practice your noses. That's pretty much it, because it's not really much if you're doing anime. Like keep it plus ultra, guys. Keep it plus ultra. There we go. So I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm sorry that this one was not as like, this is how you do it, point A, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, whatever steps you want, and that's it. This is more like you just need to practice this. This is not something that is all that hard. If this is something difficult for you, like doing noses, specifically noses, really, then maybe you need more time doing your shapes, and I guess I'll say forms, but this is not all that needed, honestly. But forms are more like for the hands, like anything that has to do with a 3D shape. This is not all that 3D, especially when they're like frontwards. I did the frontwards part because it's just the overall concept, because if you have an idea what your nose looks like, it's not all that hard to do it sideways. Because if like for instance, if I know like the nose of, let's say, Tanjiro's nose, I know from sideways it's just gonna be soft. Because like if you look closely, the point, the pointy the nose is, the more likely the nose will be pointy this on sideways. But the softer the nose look, it's gonna be softer like this. Oops. Like look how this nose has no real defining thing. Like you know for a fact this nose is soft. So like there's no pointiness. There's no straight lineness. So in a sense you can think this is soft. Soft nose compared to Spike Spiegel because it's like straight down, triangle here, so you know for a fact it's much pointier from sideways than it is from Tandro, who's like soft, if that makes sense. That's how I figured it out in a sense on how I draw noses and what angles they'll come from. You know, the nose will be soft when there's no real like defining shapes of like triangle and stuff. Not that it doesn't happen, but 9 times out of 10, that's how I figured it out, if that makes sense to you guys. Alright, so just to let you know, most of these drawings I just did will be in time lapse, or something like that. Like I'll do it in time lapse, based on my explanations, because this will be a longer video than it should have. So with that said, have a great night, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Look out for the next poll on Instagram, and you guys can vote what's next. I think the next one is going to be hair versus, I don't know, something else, something with hair versus something else, because we pretty much did the whole anatomy. If you think about it, we did from hands to arms to chest, torso, everything else. If you guys can send some suggestions to me, that'll be perfectly fine in the comment section or my DMs. You can send it to me there on Instagram. So that's said. But if you guys did enjoy this, please hit that like button, and also please follow on Instagram. I think Instagram is suppressing my my follow count because I know this has been going down a lot every time I keep posting every day. So I don't know if that's a me problem or that's an Instagram problem, or they're doing purging of people who are not active on your account. I think that's what they're doing. I'm not sure, but if you want to help me, because that helps me a lot and it gets these videos out a lot. So if you guys love my tutorials or enjoy them, please hit the like, subscribe, and also follow on Instagram. That is the 2 places right now I'm focusing on, and then I'll jump onto other platforms. I think next month I might jump onto Twitch if you guys want to sit down with me and we have like talk sessions and we'll talk while I'm doing artwork and stuff like that, and I get to hear from you guys. So with that said, later guys. I'm gonna say the Artextric out. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye, guys.